Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome. This is another edition of Mortgage and Mindset Minutes. I'm Ivan Oberon, your favorite real estate lender here with Prosperity Home Mortgage. And this Friday afternoon, I wanted to bring a topic that keeps coming up a little bit lately, and that's whether you should rent or continue to rent or buy, or if you're selling, should you rent or should you buy something else? And I want to share just kind of a side-by-side comparison because I know sometimes people just like to see it in front of them and get the facts. And I think you'll be surprised by the answer of some of the benefits of buying. Of course, one of the things I keep telling people too is that right now is still the best time to buy, even though interest rates have gone up. They're still lower than the historical averages over the last really 20, 30 years. So rates underneath 4% are still a gift, and you have some excellent benefits for locking that in for the next 30 or potentially even amortizing it for over 40 years. So a lot of cool creative programs. But let me share something with you guys, just a little bit of an example and a case study, because I've done this for a couple of times, or a couple of my agents here recently. And here we go. All right, so what you should see in front of you right now is basically just a rent to buy comparison, right? And then this is numbers that I used, LA County. So I'm going to use just kind of like a flat number of $1.5 million on the purchase price for kind of an equivalent or comparable property to rent. And I think it's pretty conservative to say that $6,000 a month for a $1 million plus property, $1.5 million property, is probably on the conservative side of things. I've even seen homes here for under $1 million that were going for $6,000. So just run through the numbers with me here, and you'll see the appreciation and rents have also gone crazy. I don't know if you guys have been watching or paying attention, but in the last year, I swear we saw a 30% increase. Never mind about this $5,000, because I was looking for properties in the beginning of last year, and they were like 3,800, something like that, 4,000, and then now those same types of properties are about 6,000. So 5% is a conservative number here that you'll see on the rental increase, and then the home value 1.5 million. Annual maintenance, I guess it depends on the condition of the property. I don't do a whole lot of maintenance on mine, so I think 900 is a decent number. Annual appreciation is very conservative also. As you know, our appreciation here in California has been going crazy. And all I did was I just did it, the case scenario over 10 years. And of course, most people keep their houses longer than that. But if something happens and you see some appreciation when you get out early, well, 10 years is a pretty good standard there. Now, what we're using for an interest rate is a 3.625 rate. That's a conservative rate right now. And the mortgage is amortized over 30 years. Tax rate of 1.25, typically in LA County, or really in a lot of the surrounding counties too. So that's a conservative number too, just to make sure, regardless of the area you're in, $1,500, a little bit more than that for your property taxes, about $1,400 for your insurance. And I left the PMI in there just as an extra conservative number too, but you wouldn't have any kind of mortgage insurance on this particular loan, because it's 20% down loan calculation is the way that I put it together. So taxes and insurance, you come over here to the right side, and obviously you don't have any of that when you rent. So that's one of the benefits. You don't have any mortgage insurance. You really don't have maintenance in most cases when you're renting. So all those expenses come on the buy side, right? So and they can be pretty significant. Now take a look. This MI, the mortgage insurance, really doesn't even apply here, because again, we're using a 80% loan to value, which wouldn't include this, but I wanted it to be extra conservative. Average monthly payment after everything is going to be about $7,700. So to have a mortgage on this property is going to cost you a little bit more if you had mortgage insurance, or it'd be fairly comparable without it. And your monthly rent savings in this scenario would be about 183. Tax savings, of course, per month. That's one thing you don't get when you rent. And then let's just put it over the length of time, so that you can really see what this is doing for you on an basis and beyond that, because you do have appreciation that you're going to factor into the home value, and not just appreciating rents, because your mortgage payment is never going to increase, right? It's going to be fixed, versus your rent payments can continue to increase year over year. And at the end, you have a loan balance of $1,166,000. Your appreciation is about the same. And so really the benefits of purchasing versus renting over the course of 10 years is a net positive of over $1 million in both savings and in appreciation. So it's pretty clear that when you look at the payment schedule and what it is, it's never going up, and you can see your interest and your principal and how they're applied, how it's applied to reducing that balance from the $1.5 million. And so what I did, I didn't actually decrease. So this is just assuming that you're financing 100% of the whole thing. So man, the numbers get even better when I actually put the right loan amount on here. But you can see the difference of, even if you were to do 100% financing on something and factor your payments based off of that in a comparable property, you're coming out way ahead. Now, what we would be looking at based off of an 80% loan to value would be a loan of $1.2 million. So at $1.2 million, I'll tell you right now. Let's see. And 3.625%, same thing. Here's where you really start coming out ahead. Okay, your principal and interest payment wouldn't be this $7,700. It would be $5,472. So it's actually less on your principal and interest payment than it would be on your rents in this comparable market at $6,000. So that's really the number that we would focus on, and you can see that this home purchase benefit number would only increase from there, because you'd be saving about $1,300 a month above and beyond what this number is calculating here, just because I had the loan side the same as equal to the purchase price. So typically that's not going to happen. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to help anytime, or answer any questions, or put any kind of rent versus buy scenarios together specifically for you or your clients based off of your numbers. And I wish you a great weekend. And I thank you for your time. Always here to help. And I'll leave you with the mindset piece. And it's a quote from Henry David Thoreau. And it says, "If you have built castles in the air, your work need not be lost. That's where they should be. Now, go out and put foundations under them." Thanks so much, my friends. Until next time, hold your vision for the life you want to create. Talk to you soon.